Hey everyone, this is Louis7, and today I am streaming the Lord of the Rings online, and I thought I just got my audio fixed, but it appears to not be fixed, so let's see, speakers, USB audio device. I think it should be USB audio device, and maybe my in-game audio? Or maybe no audio was playing. Okay, so sorry for the rough start to the stream there, but what I'm going to be doing today is, for the first time in a very long time, we're doing a kin event, so doing some group content on Anor in Minas Morgul, which is not where this character is. I actually still have to get to Minas Morgul. I could get there. I have a way to get there, but as usual with group content, since it has been a while, I think this will be a good reminder. I am going to be on Discord with my kin, but their audio will not be playing in the stream. You all will hear the in-game audio, and I'll hear that a little bit from my speakers, but I have them playing in my headphones. And occasionally we'll be on push to talk. So if I say something that's like totally random and seems to have no context, that is probably what it is. Parmandir. I have no idea who they are, actually. There's also this fancy Minas Morgul character portrait that I have not seen before. The cats are active today. I think they've missed when we do group content. Okay, so the way I can actually make my way there, I might have actually already discovered this by traveling a little bit out of bounds on Anor, but doing it quickly enough to discover. So an after battle not Minas Tirith, but after battle Osgiliath, we can go there. So yeah, a lot going on with the start of the stream, including the cat bothering, but that's okay. So what I'm looking for is not Elder Slade. I thought you could take a swift travel directly from here. I could be misremembering exactly. Oh, Esteladon, there it is. It's in Mordor. For some reason I was looking for like Minas Morgul, but that makes sense. Because technically the Morgul Vale, which is the second zone of the Minas Morgul expansion, is technically in Mordor, but it is in its own little separate area. It is the much more appealing side of Mordor, if you can have an appealing side. I wonder if you... Oh, did you find it? So they were talking about Gundabad is on the LOTRO store. I don't think I've talked about that on stream, but it is finally on that. I also don't think I made a video on that because there just hasn't been, as far as like when I do patch note updates or any general LOTRO news videos, usually it has to have some sort of substance rather than just like a one-liner that would make a half-a-minute video, which is what the past few patches have been. Okay, so I have to... Can't believe I've forgotten how to get across this river. You can just walk or like swim, but you can't get there. Also, I should probably have made my map home here, so I might do that real quick. That way I can easily return, since I have not, at least questing wise, actually made it into the zone and just snuck in from the Athelian side there. So I believe we are, if y'all are curious, I believe we are going to start with the instance discoveries before we actually run them. So if anybody potentially has to discover all the Minas Morgul expansion instances, actually not quite all of them probably, but most of them, we will be starting off with that. Did we want to start with the ones outside Minas Morgul? I was just curious where I need to go. I cannot find the milestone. There it is. Oops. I snuck in from the Athelian side. Notorious, you're wondering, are lags a problem with Warden's rotation and DPSing? And probably yes. It depends. Some days it's pretty bad, which has probably been what it's been like recently, especially on the more populated servers. But I think overall, and usually, it's not too bad for me at least. But yeah, lag can be more frustrating on Warden than other classes, I will say. So we'll see how it is today. I don't expect with Anor there to be too much lag. There is occasionally some lag spikes we have had, at least more frequently than in the past, since LOTRO got a big boost to its population with the 15th anniversary and all that stuff. But we'll see with group content, because I have actually not run anything since update 33. It really has been a long time since we've done any sort of group content or instances or anything. I actually wrote down for my kin the coordinates of all the instances, but I actually don't know. Trying to remember where they all are. I wonder if we can discover at low level in Toric Ungle. But for the rumor chant, I wonder if we'll want to discover that. I hope there's no level requirement for these, because the last time I unlocked these instances, it was just natural from leveling and questing through the Morgul Vale. Like, the quests will take you to the instances and all that sort of stuff, so you don't have to worry too much about going out of your way to discover the instances. I never had to do that. So there is one instance in 59.9 north. Wait, 59.9 north. I wonder if these coordinates were from the LOTRO wiki, but I'm not sure what the 59.9 north, where that would be. There could be 69.9 south, maybe. And 1/3, yeah, okay, so I'm guessing one of the coordinates I wrote was totally outside of the map, so we will see. Hello, Salmon Fire. Salmon sounds good. I was also curious if we wanted to discover the raid, which is in a pretty far away area-ish. We'll see. This is one of the reasons I typically would like to already have quests to do, but not sure. Oh. My character is definitely skipping around. That doesn't bode too well for us being a lag-free group content whenever we get to that. Eventually we should get to actually running instances, but it is the way LOTRO is, where you have to discover them now. Not necessarily a bad thing. That's actually a whole thing I could go on about, if it is a good or bad thing that you have to discover instances, but it does mean it will take us a moment to get to the group content. Oh boy, these cats are busy today. Got some cat fur in my mouth. And you got... Ugh. Got a wonderful view of the cat there. The reason I'm wearing a heavy jacket, even though it's... I guess it's technically not summer yet, but even though it seems like it should be summer, winter has returned. Okay, so we are going to Torek Ungol to discover a rumor chant. I've heard some people call it rumor cant, but yeah, it's been... I know I've said this a few times now, but it really has been a long time since we've done group content. Kind of excited to get back to it on the Warden. In particular with this expansion, the update we got on Anor to the level 130 cap, it's, I think, a very exciting expansion, or at least new level cap era for the server with all the dungeons. That's one of the things I really liked about 130. It took a while for some of them to be released, but even with Minas Morgul on or near launch, there were like 4 3-mans if I remember correctly, and then 2 or 3 added later. And then maybe even some of the 3-mans were added later, but then there's in total 4 3-mans, I think, 3 6-mans, and then the raid. And then after that, there was the 3-man, I think, Askad Mazal. It goes where the spiders are. So yeah, with Askad Mazal, Chamber of Shadows, and then there's the... let's see, after that, trying to remember which updates came when. There's the 6-man instance in the raid with the War of Three Peaks, and then there was just a raid, I think, with As Anabalzar. But then with Wildwood, which was actually before the As Anabalzar Blood of Azog update, there were 2 3-mans, and while those 3-mans were implemented as if they were kind of with the launch of the game, as in they fit in with their actual level range, which for the Will of the Willow was 20 plus and then 45 plus for the other one, the one in Vorkel. Yeah, so even though they were implemented kind of for those levels, the tier 2 plus versions of them were more specific towards the 130 cap, and there were actually items for getting, I think, improving, like upgrading your raid gear. No. I don't know if everybody went down here. I haven't been paying great attention as I've been rambling on about these Minas Morgul instances, but it really is, I think, just an exciting expansion and level cap for all this stuff. But what I was really trying to get into was that it is, unfortunately, also a level cap where a few people in the kin have been busy, kind of evidenced by us not doing much group content, and that does include myself. A couple, maybe a few people I really haven't been keeping up, so I don't know how many people, but I do know at least a couple. Not to totally point them out there, but those 2 people are level 130 and have been going through this stuff a little bit more. I see they have a lot of health, so they're 130. So yeah, some people have been keeping a little bit up. I guess they did not go down here yet. Hello, Judah. You said that I probably don't remember you. Unfortunately, actually, the name seems maybe a little bit familiar. But you've been watching me since 10 years old. Wow. I'm glad I've been able to be a good part of your childhood, though. That is crazy to me. Actually, in the YouTube analytics, I don't know that this is necessarily 100% accurate, because there are some things that make me question the accuracy, but probably over time it's decently accurate. About viewer age. I think the most popular age group for my channel is actually older than me. I think it's 25 to 34 that it breaks it up, or maybe 25 to 40, I don't know. But in the YouTube analytics, it has like certain age brackets for viewers. Kind of interesting. I actually think that, let's see, it gives around 13 to 17-ish, somewhere around thereabouts for an age group, and that's actually one of the least popular, which kind of makes sense because the games I play and stream are probably lean towards an older audience, like LOTRO. Even I think 4 and older MMO has a relatively older audience. Older audience and player base, both of those. Oh, we're going to get ported, I believe, to our next location. And I should still have my town services because it's kind of crazy. I'm streaming twice in 1 week. That has not happened much lately. I went like 3 weeks with one stream. But yeah, hopefully at least this month and next month I can do it a little bit more frequently. Videos will probably still unfortunately be a bit scarce, but I've been wanting to get through with my Minstrel, actually. Still, even though I'm playing the Warden again, still really much so in the mood for Minstrel. And also doing more group content, so I do want to level my Warden and do all that. And get playing through group content and such. Hello, Vintner. Let's see, you saw my videos and they helped you stick with LOTRO after getting into it about a week ago. Wow, that's very recent. Glad my videos have been able to help you stick with it. You're leveling a champion. Champion's a fun one. I had somewhat recently the most fun experiences I had on a champion. I think one of the big improvements they made with the champion and the somewhat recent-ish times, at least the past couple to few years, not exactly sure when all this happened anymore, but they really sped up the delay between abilities, essentially. So it's kind of interesting that the global cooldown system in LOTRO is not actually a global cooldown like many other MMOs. Your ability time and the time between abilities is based on the animations. There are a couple things that can cancel animations, but otherwise you just have to wait for your animations to go off to use your next ability. And I point out the ones that can cancel or things that usually are interrupt, but anything that's immediate that will cancel an animation, and that's the way to get past that. But otherwise you have essentially, have to wait for the animations to complete. So one of the big things with the champion back in the day, and other classes, but to me it just felt worse on champion and captain, those two classes specifically, but the champion had long animation delay, or a delay between your animation finishing and then you being able to use the next ability. That has mostly been cleaned up. I'm trying, as I do this talking, getting back into the flow of this, trying to listen, make sure I'm not missing anything as we run about here. I don't know where anybody else went. Oh, we actually have to do this. Interesting. I'm very slow, but I just realized when I stopped talking there that I was only with the Guardian. I was like, why am I only with the Guardian? Where is everybody else? But we have to do the instance to essentially unlock the next tier of Minas Tirith. Boy, I really like Minas Tirith. Not Minas Tirith, Minas Morgul. I really dislike Minas Tirith, but I really like Minas Morgul. Minas Morgul I like because it's massive, but full of enemies. I dislike Minas Tirith because it's massive and full of back and forth annoying traveling type quests. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I did not, I was wondering why I was stuck in here with you and nobody else, but I didn't realize we were in the same fellowship. Yeah, Minas Morgul is fun. Yellow Tree dual wield. The thing about dual wield is it's not bad, and while leveling, I think it's should be plenty fine. I honestly prefer dual wielding on my champion, but the thing about that is typically at higher levels, especially once you get your legendary item, two-handed weapons will be better. That's partially because of the new LI system with just how strong the new LIs are in terms of their weapon DPS. Getting a single two-handed LI is typically more impactful than getting a single one-handed LI and then just using a random offhand. But otherwise, the Yellow line is plenty good. It's kind of unfortunate that's the way it is with the new LI system, but as I mentioned, I also do prefer to dual wield on champion. Same with Beorning, and they're similar, but I think even more extreme, where two-handed is better in terms of damage, at least. Tower is secure. Oh, here we are. It's been a while since I've done this. It's been a while since I've done this, and other people have never done this. So yeah, I think the way it will work this evening with the event is we will discover some instances, might try to run the 6-man. I know we have 7 people right now, so might have to boot somebody for that eventually, but yeah, we'll get through, unlock all these new, I don't know if people call these like tiers or towers, but we go through the towers and unlock our progress in the Minas Morgul city, and then we will keep going up until we can eventually get the instances. We might even have discovered some of them. I actually don't know. It looks like all of them show already, so that's good. I thought we might have unlocked the harrowing. Don't know exactly where that one is located, but I think it's in a lower circle, maybe even the very bottom. Okay, I think we're going up. And yes, jumping up and down. So I believe this circle, since we just got to the first circle, shows how much attention I'm paying. So I think this one's going to be 66.9 south, 7.5 east, probably. No, definitely not. Okay, I'll have to double check. I had a list of where all these instances were. We're looking for the Harrowing of Morgul. Yeah, this one is totally off. It says 59.9 north, 136.4 west, but I believe it is just over here-ish. Glor, I see you. Yep. Okay, so I believe the discovery for this one should be... Oh yeah, it should be like right here according to the map. Now, did I complete that? I am trying to find out if the Harrowing of Morgul, I forget where the discovery is for that, and the LOTRO wiki coordinates are like in a whole different zone. Ah. This is one of the rangers. I don't know if this will give me the discovery for that. Let's see, we're looking for harrowing. Wow, I really don't know if like a Harrowing of Morgul, it would be in a completed deed. I think it's a deed on its own for me to discover something. So, well, that one isn't much help. Could be in instances as well. Let's see. Completed? Yeah, so it'll be in instances is what I'm looking for. I know the quest. I wonder if you have to do something with quest to somehow phase it. That wouldn't make much sense to me that it would work that way, but that's all I can think that so the LOTRO wiki coordinates that I'm looking at, 59.9 north, 136.4 west, which is like probably it's west of Ear of the Wind. That's for sure. So it's west of Ear of the Wind and like north of Ered Mithrin. So that's interesting. And Ered Mithrin, Gundabad might go that far up north, but it's kind of funny. I assume it's some like coordinate way up here in the corner of the map somehow, but even the northern, or the northernmost part of, oh, that's some, yeah, that makes sense. Because they don't actually connect, but yeah, the northernmost part of Gundabad is not even as far north as these coordinates. Jimmy, are you still in that tower to go to the next circle? Okay, I will head that way. So the coordinates for the harrowing are off the map. And I don't know, because you can unlock it, I believe, through questing or leveling somehow, so I don't know if there's a specific instanced version of something you have to go through. Unless Weirwillow or Snore, did either of you unlock it? I don't know why I stopped going. Okay. Yeah, my problem is I just unlocked all these through leveling last time, so I don't know for that one. I can find my way through this tower. So it sounds like, oh, I see some new comments, but I will... Oh, they must be above me. Yeah, so we're unsure how to unlock carrying of whatever it's called. Oh, you're welcome. I'm actually trying to find my way up because I somehow forgot. I've gone in a full circle and can't find my way up. I don't think you can go on that. I guess I could try. Oh, I actually can go on this. I wonder if this is somehow broken. Okay, so Judah, you said... Oh, yeah, glad my content has been helpful for you. And I suppose entertaining. Oh, I wonder if this opaque effect of some sorts, I think that is supposed to be gone. It's supposed to go away when you progress, and I'm wondering if because I joined a little bit late to this version of the tower, that it's still showing for me. Yep. We have, what, like 3 raids and 9 instances, something like that to do? It might even be 10 or 11 instances. Yep, Minas Morgul. We have 3 months on Anor till we go to the level 140 cap. Hey, perfect. Yeah, we have 3 months till the level 140 cap, and there are 3 raids. 2 of the raids are fairly short, and they're actually fun raids to me. Not that Rimmer Chant or long raids aren't, but there's something fun about short raids. It's something I really enjoyed about the Wrath of the Lich King expansion in WoW, actually. And Moria Villicle was obviously short. That's a fun one. That one's a little bit basic, though. It'd probably get boring running that daily or, I don't know, weekly. Something like Dragok, that's a single boss raid. I just tend to like those. Not as like the only raid, but raid option. Wonder if Jimmy got that. I think I got this. I don't know if Jimmy did. Okay, so Bittner, you said your only negative experience you've had in game was, oh no, joining again. Oh, somebody asked you where you live as the first thing. I wonder if that's because, like, LOTRO is a relatively small population, small community. I wonder if people are just like that, like more personal, which I think especially as a new player to the game, it would be a bit scary. I would not want to share where I live. Even with a new kin, if I've been playing for a long time, I wouldn't necessarily want to share where I live, maybe general area. Like I live somewhere in North America. That's close enough. Greeted by fell spirits. Now, does this circle have an instance? If it did, it wouldn't be that one. I think Gith, the Shadow Roost might. That one's 67.8 south, 2.4 east. Oh yeah, so that one's, yeah. And then there is Minas Morgul that we cannot find. Gashan Kutat is Circle of Madness. We went, so we need to go to the next tower, I believe. I will just follow everybody else. Wrong one. Although I didn't think the towers were this far away. Let's see. One of them might have been a little bit. You see the stairs. They're all like clustered right there. I thought one went back like this one went back, but I believe we can always take the stairs up. I'm gonna go back this way real quick. I can easily catch up with the wonderful Worsted. Oddly fun to ride even in Minas Morgul. There we go. I thought Gashan Kutat was on the third circle in the southwest. Yeah, it's like a landscape instance, I believe. That's the thing about using... I feel like instance is used a little bit too much in LOTRO, but we're having some confusion with where people are going, as you all might have seen. The rest of the group was like going clockwise, even though the next set of stairs was over here, the next tower. So there is a landscape instance that is somewhere on the side that they were going to, but the dungeon instance that we're going to is over here. Yep, I am at the next tower. I try to still call instances dungeons in the game, but some people do, but not many. Most people just call them instances. Because they are, it makes sense because they're instanced off, and even in games, at least World of Warcraft, I would be familiar with, people call them, seem to interchange dungeons and instances. You can always use more bat slaying. I just did that place for the first time in years on my minstrel. So how to find groups for instances. The main way is just searching in role chat, or more specifically LFF chat, which is just /LFF chat channel, and trying to find a group that way. There, I believe even the regular instance finder, yeah, they removed that. Well, this is called instance finder. There is no dungeon finder like there used to be. That was very much so unpopular and unused. I think in the entire time that feature existed, which was quite a few years, I got one whole group. It was for a 3-man. But yeah, you'll just have to manually search for groups. It's a bit unfortunate because it can take a while, and a lot of people tend to not run leveling instances, which I think is a bit unfortunate because they're fun. Here's an open door. I really need to get this outfit a little bit settled. I feel like I just haven't had time to. Gotta prioritize actually running through content over cosmetics. This is actually kind of entertaining being under level. This character, especially with the LI reforge at level 121, got a tad bit OP. Just a little. Stained horrible. And Hammer 84. Oh, you're leveling your character and can't find any instance groups, yeah. And it's really, I might have already mentioned this, but I've already done forgotten. It's really unfortunate because leveling dungeons are so fun in LOTRO. It's one of my favorite things to do while leveling, as it is usually the case in other games. I don't know, running dungeons while leveling is fun. For me, at least. And that people don't run them, or there's not enough people to run them, is not ideal. Maybe with the recently boosted population, all the new players, maybe they're trying to run new instances, but I don't know. I also don't know why I crowd my screen with all that stuff. You can just click the X button to get rid of it all, if I wasn't going to pay attention. Yes, you can get a legendary weapon at level 50. You actually get 2 legendary items. One is going to be a weapon, and one is a class item. For a couple classes, the class item is also technically a weapon, like the Warden and Hunter. I believe that's the only 2. And they do scale with you, but you have to, the main thing is you have to reforge them every 5 levels. It's going to be the levels that end on 1 and 6. I believe it's starting at level 56 that you can reforge. If I remember correctly, that's what it was on my minstrel. Could not reforge at 51, essentially. You get, if I remember correctly, you get the LIs, then you get 1 reforge. I don't think that 1 reforge was at 51. But anyway, starting at level 56 for sure, you can reforge them every 5 levels is the point. And then you also get items called traceries to slot into them, and you essentially replace those as you level, as the short version of it. I feel a little bit lost. I don't believe we need to go downstairs, but maybe. There is one that's a little bit odd like that, I think, though. Maybe we do need to go downstairs. Yeah, I'm guessing that's where they went. Hey, there they are. Perfect.
Strange climbs these are. Prepare for battle. A task for you, soldier.
And yeah, the questions are completely fine. They help keep the stream engaging, of course. Wow, both cats are sleeping on the couch. That used to be not so unusual, but the little cat Lexi, she's been sleeping in the little cat hut that I built. More so put a blanket around a box. Yes, it's this one that's always trips me up because it's so close to the stairs right here. You don't actually have to run around. Oh, this one actually looks like I can quest. I haven't noticed any pop-up quests until those items. Oh yeah, these bats, I remember this. The dots here can be a bit tough. Should probably use my accelerated XP. I go, yeah, up the steps here. Oh. I meant down the steps. Definitely wasn't referring to the wrong steps there. I did say steps though, and not a ramp. Where I was trying to go up was a ramp. These are steps. And then I believe that one goes the other way, so we have to go here. I don't think it's that way, but it could be. Mordor, my inventory mapped to neuter. Okay, how's my vault doing? One whole slot. All right, don't need the writing characteristic, that's for sure. I'd like to put my cosmetics in there, but not that many spots. Got a lot of keepsakes in here, that type of stuff that I don't necessarily need. And you thought your inventory was full of stuff? Yeah, it's a mess right now. It's not even like, sometimes my inventory is full, but it's organized and somehow clean. But it's just all around bad right now. And that's even with all the new carryalls. I have like 6 carryall. I'm still running out of space. Now it's from junk. That's all it really is. It's useful junk, but it is junk nonetheless. Am I going the right way anymore? Is it north or south? Yes. That is one of the 6 mains. Gotta jump. Okay, so while we have a little bit of downtime here, we had somebody disconnect, it sounds like. So while we are going through that, I will try to sort my inventory a little bit. So first of all, shared storage. We got 13 slots open, so I can put a lot of my random boosts here. I wouldn't mind keeping 1 stack of XP boost, but I certainly don't need all of those on this character. All this stuff can just go in there. If I need to fetch any of this stuff, I can. I mean, I have the town services, that's what it's for. And see, we're not even filling up. I put so many things in and I still have 7 slots because a lot of it can just stack. Okay, we're going to want to keep those things. Matham Hunter's armor, have absolutely no use for those on this character. And honestly, on most characters, those are bad enough that I just have no use for them anyway. Toma the Shepherd dog, I already have that wonderful dog, so don't need 2 of them. I would take 2 of them, but cannot have 2 of them. Okay. Well, that's a little bit cleaner, at least. Can destroy all the stuff that I don't need. Whistle. Oh, Dingarth, okay. Rare Mordor chests. So yes, they are for a deed. You also get some nice treasures in them. You actually get a rare Mordor treasure, but they're in... I think this stuff starts appearing... Oh, I forget exactly when, but at some point in the higher level ranges, there are rare chests spread throughout the zones. I definitely know for Minas Morgul continents there, and that might even have been the main starting point. Although there were treasure caches in some other areas. It could even have been way back in Gondor. I don't know about Rohan. Maybe Gondor. But anyway, there are rare treasures, rare chests of sorts, in each zone that has a deed associated with it that will give you virtue XP. It counts as like an exploration deed, almost just another exploring thing that's not a location, but gives you something else to explore, or just travel if you have the coordinates for them, because a lot of people have found them already. And you also get stuff like crafting materials is common. I think some of them, in Gundabad at least, some of the lower or higher level ones, I forget, have rare crafting materials. This one just seems to have regular Minas Morgul crafting materials. And those all went to my wonderful carryalls. Just gotta imagine what my inventory would be like. That's 5 things from that carryall, so that's 25 things between those two. 17 in that one, 12 in that, and then 50 in this carryall. All that would be in my inventory. That's like... I didn't even bother adding it up anymore, but that feels like it's about 100 things. I have stopped paying attention to where we're going, so we probably have another door around there-ish. Ish. Or it could even be the next one. I wonder if there is a tower, since that's so short. I guess we'll find out. We have some other people leading the way. I also think some of the older zones, I don't know about Rohan, but in Eriador at least, some of those zones have had treasure caches added to them. I think they require actually level 95 to loot them, something thereabouts at least. Maybe on 100, 105-ish. It's also a problem since at least I'm getting deflected a lot. Next tower. The Lofty Watchfort. I don't know if it is the best idea for me to be pulling these things when they're so much higher level than me and deflecting me, but where's the fun in not just trying to pull all of them? Alexandru. I did not watch the Joff Striace's video, but I am actually familiar with it for once. As much as I don't actually watch LOTRO content on YouTube, I do try to be somewhat aware of things going on. I do not know where my team is. Somebody said somebody's following. I don't know. Oh, they're level 130, good. So they aren't going to be undeflected. Oh. Somehow I assumed y'all were in separate ones. Strange there's no enemies here, huh? That's good though that the comment section was really positive about the game. I actually noticed one of the reasons I am aware of the video. Like I did see it elsewhere, but some of my videos got a viewer boost related to that video because a lot of increased in suggested views. It's really fun. I guess I'll wait. Let them see the wonderful cargo. Oh, that was one of the great parts. I know some people complained about this with Minas Morgul, but the top circle was actually fairly dangerous, and there were quite a few roaming, I think even packs of signature, I don't think elite, but signature cargo. It made it relatively dangerous. I mean, even all the debuffs and the such, like we saw all those fears I got on the bottom. I know that was a ton of signatures and way higher level than me, but still it was. A little bit dangerous. And yeah, with us being high level and doing group content, this isn't so much actual group content yet. It is a dangerous place, so having a group isn't necessarily bad. Can you believe that? But yeah, we're in essentially the evil version of Minas Tirith. Minas Tirith being the Gondoran city there with a whole bunch of circles and tiers. So we're in the evil version of that. And we are just traveling through it, essentially going through a bunch of towers to go up to higher tiers of circle. Are we looking for another enemy? Not entirely sure. Because I think we have to get past there. Found enemies. Yeah, eventually we'll get all these instances discovered and then hopefully run like a more regular dungeon. Yeah, that happened to me once. I think I want my fox out. I wonder which I like more, the city of Minas Morgul or the whole like War of Three Peaks. Both level 120 to 130-ish content. War of Three Peaks being 130 in the War of Three Peaks mini expansion. Go figure. And then Minas Morgul, the city, being in the Minas Morgul expansion, but the Minas Morgul expansion taking you 120 to 130 and the War of Three Peaks being just 130. I have no idea what that was. I just see a cat. Don't know what she did. Definitely did something. Where'd she go? Oh. Is she visible? She is. There is no quest. I wonder... I don't see a finished quest. I wonder if it never gave me a quest for some reason. Oh, what level are you all? I wonder, was that a... Do you know if that was a 128 quest? Okay. I might have been too low level to do the quest necessary to unlock that. There's still a way. You actually don't even have to go through these towers to travel through Minas Morgul. You can actually take ramps, but it's slow and it's nice to just have the towers unlocked. If not, we can always go up the ramps. Worked for me. Yeah, there are some particular quests. Typically, it's going to be 5 levels below your character. You can get the quest, but the instance quest, and I think some occasionally other quests you can get. Oh. Yeah, it went through the whole animation and loading screen just to pop me right back where I was. I was going to say, if I somehow survive that, that would be insane. Okay. Yeah, it didn't even bother loading me in your area. But I just jumped, and if you follow me, I can get us back. Unless, were you gonna summon us outside Werewolf? Alright. That's what I did. I guess maybe that part wasn't necessary then. There you go. It was all for a reason. And yeah, Dunarcorn, I recognize your name, but it has been a while since January. Wow, that's like 4 months. Hands are getting a bit chilly. This cat she's been going crazy at their little scratchers. And even there's a box, which is of course cardboard, and she's even been tearing that up. I don't know why, but she has just been destructive lately. Yeah, there's all this stuff that I can disenchant for crafting materials. If I really want crafting materials for this tear, I could send them to my... Yeah, these are all 128, so it probably was a 128 quest. Wow, were you just coincidentally on this part of the epic? Oh. That's a long way up, too. I love this part. Hello, Ria's life finally caught me alive. You sure did. I haven't been streaming too much the past few weeks, so can't have been easy to catch me alive. Several months to level a character, probably. Take me quite a while. If I played a character consistently, maybe in a couple months or leveled fast. But yeah, depending on your pace of leveling, which is something you can actually somewhat control, not just completely limited by the game. I don't know exactly where the discovery is, but I'm pretty sure one of them's over here. Wonderful, faceless. So I believe there should be a 3-man up here that we gotta discover. No, I thought there was another 6-man. I wouldn't be surprised if that's up here as well. We got Barn... No, we did not get Barnirnath. Barnirnath is totally somewhere different, though. Hairwing. Oh, Shadow Roost. Okay, so that is one. That is east and south of here. That might actually be it. Well, there's 2 6-mans. Maybe east. Yeah, so Shadow Roost is over there. Yep. Oh yes, it also would be hard to catch me live. You said you've been waking up at 3 or 4 a.m. your time. Oh, just to see if I'm live. Yeah, if I stream at 3 or 4 a.m., also known as if you're in EU time zones at least, funeral time area there, then yeah, it would definitely be extra tough to catch me live then too. Usually I tried to post, this would probably be afternoon or evening-ish time, your time I would guess. Usually try to schedule my streams in the morning, but that does not always happen, such as my past two. I have not until like half an hour or even an hour before. Okay, so it sounds like Shadow Roost is one level down of here. So we got Gashunkatat. Oh, Barden Urinath is a 6-man. That one's not a Minas Morgul. So that one's probably... yeah. Unfortunately, way low level for that, but happy to pretend to help. I believe we're a little bit southeast. Hello, Huang. I don't even know if I can try the next things, but hello. And Ryu's Life, you are a little new to LOTRO. I should somewhat pay attention where I'm going. Let's see. Oh, my videos and past streams have really helped you. Glad they have been able to help you. Hopefully they can continue to be helpful for you. And then Ellisticks, you're wondering how I feel they've dealt with Minas Morgul's presence to the world with post-Sauron defeat. Yeah, I'm actually not sure about the Nazgul, where they went. Anyway, I have found it entertaining. I'm not actually too big into the Lord of the Rings lore, not because I don't like it, but I basically haven't read the books, and of course that's the source material for that type of stuff. Most of my lore for the Lord of the Rings has been from most of it has been from the game, I will say, but also I've watched the movies. But yeah, this is kind of like an Numenos type area, sort of. Maybe a little bit bigger and a little bit more evil. For the level, it's actually, I would say, similarly dangerous because the Numenos does have some, I would say, even tougher mobs, but there are certain parts of this with dense signatures that can be a bit tough. Relatively tough compared to like normal difficulty landscape content, that is. Oh, that is, okay. I think we're doing like a 5-minute AFK-ish type thing. Is it cat playtime? Yes, they do have, I'm assuming by mini minor wraiths, you mean like the Cargill type things, these wraiths. There we go. I always call them Cargill, but I guess wraith is maybe a little bit more generic. Oh, that is somebody totally unrelated to this group. Wow. There's what, like 7 people on in the kin, 6 people, plus 2 people that are outside of the kin that are in the group. That's almost. Actually, a little bit more than 10% of the server. With all of them, we somehow ran into somebody else. I don't know if you can see. Here, while we're doing break from in-game content, I will try to move somewhere safe-ish. Let's see. Somebody went AFK in a safe spot, that is all I know. So I should try to find them. Oh, they actually dropped group. They were doing a solo instance, that's right. But we can go. For once, I actually don't want the cat cam. I could try to scoot back. Sometimes cats just need playtime in the middle of a stream. The other cat's just sleeping. Let's see. Just checking and what's going on with the game, since I have not been paying attention. Oh, looks like I'm dropping frames. Hopefully this is temporary. Wonder what that was about. Suppose I could pick up this glowing page. Oh, I mean dropping frames as in the stream drop frames. OBS. If you're referring to at least when you're tabbed out, LOTRO goes to, I think, about 18 FPS, if that's what you're referring to at least. Yeah. It's, at this point, just the book quests should be good. Or at least the main story quests. Which does include... That does include, for example, the Tales of Yore. And as Annibals are. They were wondering about trait points. At least it becomes consistent later on where most trait points are gotten from book quests. How many trait points do I have? I think last I checked I was at 92, yes. So as far as Warden goes, I don't think these last few trait points are actually the most impactful, if I remember correctly. If I remember, I actually got a lot of junkish traits in the yellow line on Louis Den. Let's see, yeah, not immediately seeing anything, but potentially, I forget how this one works, if it works for the range versions. For some reason, I just don't remember, but that would be one potential possibility. Otherwise, Shield Gambit line, I guess that's... Yeah, this one could actually be fairly decent. Assuming it impacts the ranged ones as well. Yeah, Recklessness, if only you get that. Seems like a longer than usual AFK break, but that could just be me not paying much attention. Yeah, it's been about 10-15 minutes maybe, which is a little bit extra long for us. Oh, looks like we are... I should say AFK break / somebody doing a solo quest, but I think we're all right about back here. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I got the spotted one, and it's the only non-plain one I have. Food. Food sounds good, Tunarcorn. What could go wrong riding my worsted through this? I think it's somewhere this way. The coordinates at least. I heard a weird voice in Discord, don't know who that was. Could have been somebody in the background, of course. Oh, actually, I think it was somebody's in-game audio playing through their microphone. Okay, I think he can get his way down. My inventory is really clean. I honestly don't know what happened. Actually, I know I opened a few things, but wow. Yes. 3-man. There's also there. Oop.
In this way, it shall be a gondolin renewed, a beacon against night, under thy care and that of thy daughters after thee.
Wow. Actually got a chance to use word state ability. Sometimes forget you can actually use those. Here it is. I believe this is the discovery. Maybe. This actually might not be it. I do remember coming up here now, though, and there being the instance here. It's probably, yeah, more like an area like this. That seemed like a generic door, basically. But here's the discovery for this Shadow Roost, one of the 3-mins, Minas Morgul. So as far as instances we have unlocked, if we can go to the Minas Morgul, this is probably an instance, and then Minas Morgul we have gotten... Oops. There's the Harrowing of Morgul, which we actually cannot find out how you have to discover that right now. Fallen Kings we cannot get till 1:30. Let's see, the Houses of Lamentation, that one's kind of far away. The Filthwell and the Deep Barrow, these 3 are outside. We got Shadow Roost. We got 2 instances discovered. All this for 2 whole instances, but I got them. Are you talking about the Fallen Kings? Oh, we have to have the quest, like all the deeds done for Mordor Besieged and Morgul Vale, I believe. Or is that's something else I'm thinking for the dailies? Okay. Does that open up at 125, do you know? Since the quests are 130? Okay. So it sounds like actually the Fallen Kings, which I thought we'd have to be 130. I can feel her staring at me. So I believe we are going to be running a 6-man instance, but we're deciding how to do it. Somebody's offering to drop, but we could also split it up and do a 3 and split it up. One group run a 3-man, one group run a 6-man. Yep. We only unlocked one. We unlocked one 3-man and one 6-man. Yep. Oh, you got that one unlocked? Oh, was that you did the epic quest? I think that's what Werewella was saying it could have been a part of. Oh, I actually have it unlocked too, so never mind. Apparently we unlocked Harrowing of Morgul, so all that about having no idea how to unlock it, we just did unlock it. And it being the discovery location for that being off the map somewhere hereabouts. Don't quite have coordinates, but it's north of Gundabad and way north of Era the Wen, but also well west of Era the Wen. So, yeah, anyway. Rare Mordor treasure. I think we're deciding again how to the groups. Does I have a cat bother me? Yeah, I might recommend having some of the high levels in the 4-man group then, if they want. I might have said level 140s earlier, but I meant 130s. I could have also said high levels. I don't remember at this point. But let's see. Going to see what the people want to run. Alright, Shadow Roost is fun. I'm thinking, does level 125 work for y'all? Sort of in between. I guess technically I could do 130 if we really wanted to do the cap version. I just couldn't help much. Shadow Roost is pretty fun 3-man. That's actually what I think about all the Minas Morgul instances. I talk them up so much because I really do enjoy them. If we need, I can go tank spec, but I'm not sure I will need to. Wait, I think you can soothe these trolls or something. Soothful Vapor. Yeah. I don't think I've ever actually used that, though. In all my times running this. Wow, my keyboard is loud. At the first boss. Kind of forgot how to play Warden, so eventually I will get, as I just got there, seize the moment, and then I will lag and totally mess up my gambit, which is on par for our course, so yeah. That is a huge upgrade once I can wear it. 125. It's all gonna be replaced in Elder Slate anyway, or once we get running stairs especially. Oh, nice. Somebody in the group, one of the 130s, already got some set armor from the raid.
It is not Terry.
Fortunately, discovering some things is relatively a slow process. I looked over, I'm like, I feel like I've been streaming for a really long time. Legs are getting a bit restless, but it's only been like an hour and a half.
Quickly, toss the egg into the cabin below.
So Mary, for this fight, we take the eggs and toss them off the ledge, essentially. Whenever I run this, we usually have like one person dedicated to that and the others take care of the ads, but I feel like whatever should work at this point.
The eggs have begun to hatch. Quickly, toss the egg.
If you want to try it, it's kind of fun. Yep.
The eggs have begun to hatch. Quickly, toss the egg into the cabin below.
This is a kind of interesting boss fight, I suppose. I think overall it's very easy, but it's something to, I don't know, give you some sort of something, avoid things on the ground, toss eggs. It's unique but not too difficult is how I'd describe it. Woohoo. If I remember correctly, that is considered a boss and we'll get a chest, but maybe not. Maybe it's just an encounter. It's been too long, I've already forgotten. We did get marks and medallions though, so there's at the very least that. But I have not seen a chest. I've only seen Ithilskern deposits, which I cannot gather on this character. This is a really neat view if we actually look out. Can't see that far, but this is sort of top of Minas Morgul type area, above it even, I think. And you can see a little bit of the sort of silhouette of the landscape. I think it's more of just a background for the instance, but yeah. It's a pretty neat area, just unfortunately you cannot see far out. I always forget what we do with this boss. Kite or something. Seems to be the standard for Gunabad, or at least some of the Gunabad fights when we did them. I don't know if they're still that same way. I just don't remember having to do really anything on this boss, which is odd. Besides the standard, like, as a DPS stand behind it. Actually getting a few gambits off this time at least. Oh, somebody got an eye. That would probably mean, like, run away. Oh, we got another cat. Thanks. Yep. I guess she is. They heard in Discord the cat purring. Yeah, cat tail up my nose. Yep, that was it. Can't see my keyboard. Gonna check if we should run the next 3 mana if we're gonna be sitting here. Sitting around waiting a while. Oh. Should. It is not the easiest to type while cat butt is sitting on my hand. Okay, I think we are going to run the other 3 man. Hey, maybe we'll do 126 now. Actually, I can keep it 125 to keep it the same.
In an attempt to repel the forces of LOTRO and the rangers of Assyria,
I believe everybody's here, although I don't think you need to wait.
the outermost range of Minas Morgul,
I don't know how you all want to do this, but we can run to the end of each hall and gather them up.
Damrod has tasked you with igniting a war between the orcs in Minas Morgul.
Pretty much. great here. Yep. Can't even see my skill bar to see what game that I'm trying to cast. Alright. Alright, either of you foresters? Okay. No, I meant that I was going to, after we finish this, go back and gather everything. I don't think we necessarily need these orcs. I kind of forget. No, we do. Okay. Pretty sure the hunter's just mowing everything down. Ellis, you're left annoyed by how hard it is to increase the historian crafting vocation. Oh, low drop rate of ancient texts. Yeah, that one's... I don't know, that one... It's kind of odd. I have an odd relationship with that profession. I have not done it much. But yeah, I tend to get a lot of those maps on all my characters because the regular humanoid type mobs tend to drop them. But it is true if you're trying to level that vocation that there's not that much for actually leveling it. It does seem to be a tougher one to level, but then as a scholar you can gather ancient stuff, so that is something that is, I think, something you typically need to do without either spending money or just killing an obscene amount of mobs, which I don't know, the latter isn't necessarily a problem. Did I get this from the, let's see, enhancement runes level? I wonder if I got that from a deed. That would be my guess, and not from the instance chest. Must be wonderful orc noises here. As much as I enjoy this instance, the environment of it just takes me, at least, so much out of the immersion when you just have all those orcs fighting each other there and you can't really do anything about it. Yep. Yeah, it's fun. There you go. At the very least, you hopefully got some stuff you can disenchant. And some reputation, of course. If they were in unreachable areas, or weren't in unreachable areas, maybe? Welcome back, Doonercorn. Here you get back just makes me hungry again. The cats seem to think it's treat time for some reason. Maybe because it is. There's... Let's see. There's Piper right here, and Lexi's the other one back there. Sometimes I forget there's a game going on. But yeah, the fatter of the two cats is Piper, and the skinnier one's Lexi. So I think we, at this point, have to wait for the other group to finish the 6-man. Gashan Kutat is a 6-man. Okay, I was gonna say, I didn't think you could run that at higher tiers at 123. But yeah, the 3-mans are, I would say, fairly easy. We, of course, had 2 level 130s, but I think we got to a point at 130 where if you had the higher item level gear with things like War of Three Peaks and even beyond, but at War of Three Peaks, I know, was just fairly baseline. I had some decent pieces, but overall fairly baseline stairs gear on Louisden. I got, somebody made a comment. I just got distracted about that, but yeah, I got some baseline stairs gear and could, I think, just about solo, and maybe even did solo, because that's what I remember. The 3-man version, tier 3 version of the 3-man version of the one we just did, Harrowing. And got distracted about Louisden because I remember a comment about Louisden earlier, and for some reason I don't remember actually discussing it. But yeah, good old Louisden and the Warden. Yep. Yeah, I was gonna ask if I can move us up back up in the Discord and check on them. All right. Hello. Were y'all doing like a full clear version of it? I said the instance was taking them a long time. I know it can be if you just clear all the trash mobs, but they are on Halls of Blacklore, the 6-man. Or Gashan Kutat, whatever you want to call it. We'll see. 2 cats on the cat cam. Yep. Pretty short. I think they each have 2 bosses. I feel like I missed a port or something because both the hunter and minstrel disappeared on me. I did make my map home here, right? Estalodlon? Yep. Perfect. So I will do that. Yeah, Gashanku taught it can be. Oh, that's where y'all went. I was going to ask if y'all wanted to do the 6-man. I didn't see that you all went in. Yep. Thanks. Turns out I'm a little bit squishier here. Oh, I was heading to the boss. Okay, I was, yeah, if y'all wanted to run around, I'd be fine with that, but... But yeah, I remember running this as solo version. Sometimes it would be a bit difficult, especially if you didn't have the rangers. That's the big thing. I sometimes ran this a little bit too fast where the rangers got all bugged out, which was not great because they give you such strong heals. And I don't think I've ever actually run the full version of this, the proper 6-man dungeon version. I'm glad we got to running the instances because there was a little bit of talk about just skipping them and doing the other discoveries, but glad we did get to running them. Makes me want to play the Warden again. It's like how much interest I have in the minstrel is going, while my interest in the Warden is going the other way. Oh, I got one of the Wardens. It's Warden of the Archive versus Warden. Warden. Oh, he's gonna... You know what's funny? The same thing just happened to us, and I don't think... Snur might have something that can knock him out, but I'm not sure. Some uninterruptible induction. I wonder if he can hide behind pillars or anything. It is uninterruptible induction. Hello from Russia. Cannot read the name though. That one's interruptible. Yeah, that's just Anor. But Tormenting Shadows, that one we cannot interrupt. I'm just gonna run far away. Oh, we got him killed before. Good. But yeah, if we had a stun, I think that's one of the reasons I might, while I never ran the 6-man version of this, it's one of the reasons Lore Masters and Burglars can be such a valuable class with their support stuff and like quasi-required for some instances. As on, overall consider it unfortunate, but if we don't get into the details of that for now, yeah. I think we just have to get all these bound protectors. As far as I know, I can just pull them all. We'll see. That might be a mistake, but it would be a fun mistake. I wish just whenever I run the solo version of this, I just pull everything and then it eventually works. Okay, it looks like he's doing his speech. We'll get to the boss. Got my heals a little bit. Mainly just working on my heals to not die. Oh, I was wondering what she was shooting at. This is a pretty neat instance, though, being the Halls of Blacklore. And then we get the old folk mobs. Mobs from the past, I mean. I don't know, they might be old in age, too. But Broly Power Maximum, he said he came back to the game a few days ago after not playing for years. Bunch of characters to 20, but unsure what to main. Yeah, that can be always a tough decision. I tend to main Warden nowadays, but it used to not be so straightforward for me either. Forays against the Dark Lord. Frost Giant, what was that? That must have been, oh, what was that one? Oh, we got Brars the Cook. Lunchtime. We're gonna get our lieutenant's suits and everything. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I was like, I thought another one would have activated. Apparently it's hitting the minstrel the whole time. I'm not sure it's necessary to interrupt that. Oh, Wildermore, okay. I was thinking, Enidwaith. But yeah, Wildermore makes sense. I think. Is it Ner? Oh, whatever the name of that is. I forget the name of it. We got, the lunch is over guy. Nern, that's right. I had the Ner at least. Yep. We can go back to our own Discord if y'all want. Alright. I don't think we will be moving back. We had, so the 3-man group I was in, we split to a different Discord chat room. But then we joined the big one with everybody else who are also running the 6-man instance, but then we just decided to run this and never moved. But anyway, I got the first little mini boss done of this boss. If I remember correctly, there are 3. That seems to be what it is. Ooh, a Dunian. Darkfire, Shadow Take You. What are the other ones? Those are the 2 I remember. That's funny. And this guy's damageable right away, so of course the hunter's taking aggro since I'm not doing anything to gain aggro. I did figure running tank would be better for the proper 6-man though. Especially how much damage I was taking early, yikes. There's Shadow Take You. He did a whole bunch of come dark fires. At least he didn't have to take the whatever they were, stabs or something. Or there.
One more tale to tell, I see. That fool wizard Kurumir attempted to build his own ring forge. Blasphemy against the Dark Lord. Let us see how you triumphed over his betrayal.
These fools have found their way to our master's forge.
And yeah, as far as the wording goes, you were enjoying it, but then when you got the Game It Masteries, they do take up a lot of space. I think with this one you have to kill the 2 ads, but I honestly always forget. These are things when you run the solo version, they just magically get done. Typically. Hey, just like that, that seemed to be magically getting done. Vision and Past Adventures.
The final chapter of his story is
Oh,
yet to
that was a much nicer sized chest. Wow, purple. Of course it's a 125, but it's purple bad resist. Let's see what they got.
let us turn
Oh,
to the tale.
they got the same thing. Wow. Loads of enchantment though.
Long ago, the lord of
Which for our level cap 130
immortality
is our in-game resource.
attempted to hold on to
Scored.
He was slain by his own greed and hubris, and raised again to do
Ah.
the bidding of
Original brawlers.
you know.
Yep. I used to have fun in the solo version, just like getting bounced around. Oh yeah, if you're playing in a duo on landscape. Oh, what gambits was I using? Why was I going through this? I don't know. Oh, couldn't quite hit that. Oh, jeez, I grow on the boss. That ain't good. The problem with knockbacks in LOTRO, though, is honestly probably the lag. Because you see how skippy it is, hitchy it is whenever I get knocked back. There's just so much lag in getting back to where you should be. Oh, he's doing Hammer Strike. I think Hammer Strike, it might have been what did a killing blow, but it could have died anyway. How can this be? Yeah, a whole lot of... whole lot of debuffs here. Oh, I could have tried to interrupt that actually. There we go. It'll be better when they're up. But yeah, with how laggy LOTRO is and hitchy it is with stuff like that, even just regular jumping sometimes is hitchy. I don't know if it can be the most fun mechanic. It is entertaining, as I mentioned in the solo version. When we ran through this on Muiden. It's entertaining, at least, getting through it around. Maybe I'll eat me some consumables. Wow, it is getting close to my bedtime. I have been on an early schedule lately. Am I out of... No, there's all my Anorian Feast. Thank you for the good luck wishes, Cruiser Hog. Have fun with your war effort dailies. Don't believe so. Y'all might have noticed his Hammer Strike is a frontal AoE as well.
Hated foes.
another thing to pay attention to.
The lord of a failing dwarf clan sought immortality.
I again, don't know if that's what killed them, but we'll see. No, chat is totally fine. That not distract me. Oh yeah, and the whole thing with playing as duo is if one of the classes is higher burst damage or higher opener damage, well, which the lore master definitely can be, another one is more damage over time based, like the Warden, then yeah, you can have struggles getting hits in. Also, if one person plays range and one person plays melee, that can be an issue. I don't know if there's actually any issue with hitting all those dwarves, but there we go, my things hit them. So he's doing his frontal AoE there, so I'll go behind him. And then I'm going to had a little bit of lag, so skipped over a game of builder. Use my a little bit of lag and skipped over a game of builder again. I'm just trying to give myself some incoming healing here. Remove my fear. I feel like whatever sort of rotation, very much except in air quotes, that I'm doing right now is not the best, but it can. Oh, I got hit by that thing. Okay, it's kind of hard to see since he's a little bit faint. Oh, my health is low. Yikes, I stopped paying attention to my health. Well, I sort of was, but I didn't see my health drop so low and pointed it out. Only consolidating words. Is consolidating the right word? But anyway, the only words I have are that we are trying to 3-man a 6-man instance. Well, there are 2 people over leveled. There's 1 person under leveled as well. So there we go. Also, apparently I didn't drink my subscriber's jug. A second.
Now, let us turn to the tale of one of your most hated foes. Long ago, the lord of a failing dwarf clan sought immortality, a futile attempt to hold on to past glory. He was slain by his own greed.
We just started our next attempt as well. So it sounds like we might merge our groups. Just to me, it's a little bit of a mechanical trouble here, but hopefully we can get past it. We also have, surprisingly, I'm 7 levels lower than everybody else, but I have more morale than them. So likely people are not, the level 130s are not quite 130 geared yet. I haven't had a lot of morale though, I will admit. A lot of morale for 120 even. Just because that's what I stack, because why not at that point? Alright, 100% focusing on heals. In fact, I already think I have my thing here. Yeah, I think generally in the middle of the room is good. Keep my heals up. At least the Warden heals are a lot stronger than they used to be, so got that going. Oh, the Hunter died. Yikes. There are just a lot of dots on this. A lot of debuffs that do damage over time. AKA a lot of dots. Yeah, I got a little bit greedy with the damage there, but hopefully it was good. We'll interrupt that, and then I'll have another heal coming up. I never surrenders off cooldown. Hammer strike. I don't think I can interrupt that. Oh, that one's a knockback as well. That's probably one of the things getting them. We could interrupt the fell spirits. Select a target Scourgrim, please. Okay, hopefully I actually got that swept. And then knock me back, but it's relatively clear there. This will get me a nice heal. Let's get a hammer strike. I'll switch back to melee. And we'll do this thing. How am I doing? I still have the Never Surrender buff up. Oh, got a few dwarves down. That guy's about to knock me back. So that is a relatively safe area to get knocked back. Okay, I really need to get more damage in. He's doing a hammer strike. Okay, ideally I can get a couple strong bleeds in here. I'm about to get knocked back. I still have Never Surrender and have a potion, so I'm fairly comfortable with doing that long chain. Never Surrender did trigger. Oh, that's not good. Now I'm getting a lot of incoming damage right now. Yikes. That Cursive Dower Hand is really scary. Trying to get some damage on him, interrupt the Fell Spirit. Not targeting anything, so I'll just use something random. Need this next heal. Ooh,
The fell spirit within was unhoused.
I'm worn out.
Its hatred of you never quite vanished from the world.
Yep.
That force I will turn against you.
Oh, nice. So it sounds like the other group got their last boss defeated. That's nice. Did anybody from the other group want in for another run? I don't know. Oop. Oh yeah, it is a double XP weekend if you're a VIP. Well, I don't think it would hurt. So I believe we are headed to the last boss. The yawns here are because it is bedtime. It's fun running this, the full version of it, without the... It's essentially the same, but without the rangers. The rangers are just a little bit OP. But we will see how this is with... Oh, there's a Warden. Wonderful. Oh, did he do his thing? Did it, Oh, that was Deadly Cleave. Well. He's doing his one-shot thing. Anybody has a stun? Just get out of line of sight instead. So instances, I believe starting with Irid Mithrin, if I remember correctly, you would have the regular instance like the full version, which would either be 3-man, 6-man, or there's 12-mans, but those are separate, they're raids. So either the 3-man or 6-man version of the instance, and then they added these solo versions of them, and included with the solo version was also, somebody's really quiet on Discord, you cannot hear them, but in the, yeah, there's a solo and duo version, which is, if I remember correctly, the same version, one just lets you have 2 people, and they have like shared locks and the such. So you can actually scale the group size down a little bit, but this is a 6-man instance. It does not have a 3-man version. That's really the big dependence, what it is, 3-man versus 6-man, and then for the newer ones you can do solo/duo as well. So when we had 3 people in the group, we were half-staffed. Oh. Summon Spirit of Torment. I vote interrupt. Oh wow, I'm about to die. All that dread. I wouldn't be surprised if I had like 20 dread. 15 dread. I forget actually what the technical maximum is. As far as hope goes, I thought it was 10, but I don't know for sure. I also don't know if there's a way to avoid that dread. It's clearly, that's not too healthy. I do not, but I believe this should be going away. Hopefully.
Your weaknesses, your fears, your regrets. You have no hope.
Oh. Actually, I just found mine, but thanks.
Come then, face your demise.
Fabrizio, you said as a free-to-play player, do you need to buy LOTRO coins, anything besides Gundabad to enjoy endgame? I wouldn't actually say too much. Assuming you have the content up to Gundabad and you have the Gundabad expansion, that should be pretty much it to go through endgame content. There are, of course, quality of life type things that you can get. I have not paid attention at all to what games I've used. Yeah, the big thing about endgame is having the content unlocked necessary to actually play the endgame content. And of course, if you own the Gundabad expansion, you'll have all the... Let's see, I think it's 2 3-mans, a 6-man, and a raid. Wonderful. There we go. We get a silver chest, and that's that. And we stacked all the 130s in this group. Deed accelerator. Honestly, I've never bought or even looked into the price of deed accelerators. That is Yep, that is it. Okay, so I think I'm going to go to Estelodlon and wrap up the stream because we are done with the instances. Again, I'm very happy we got to run at least 3 instances. That's honestly about what I expected. I thought maybe we'd get 1, but I thought we would at least do it. It looked a little bit uncertain for a while, but that was really fun to get back to that. There we go. Double check my milestone here in case we didn't already know it was. And yeah, eventually get to actually questing here. There's some get more slots. There are things you can spend mytho coins, get more quest slots for a single character, but that is definitely, to me, not worth it. There are, as far as enjoying endgame, there are technically some things you can get to boost your character, like temporary buffs for things like damage, morale, and incoming damage, that type of stuff, but yeah, that is not too necessary, and you get plenty of LOTRO points from in-game content, I think, to get that stuff. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, I'm probably going to have to head out. Great, thank you, everyone. It's been fun. Okay, so let's see. Just gonna wrap a couple things up with chat here. I am out of Discord. Yeah, so that was, of course, Scoregrim. But yeah, that's the whole thing with that boss, is that it's a bunch of things from the past. It's Halls of Black lore, so it's like lore back in the past, that type of stuff. Fairly thematic, and they get to sort of recycle. There's a little bit, I guess, technical differences in the mechanics, of course, with the fights like they come Darkfire and that guy Durian, whatever he's called, Uradon. I feel like I'm mixing it up with their Donnie or whatever that one's called, the fire thing. But yeah, anyway. And yes, rushing through to endgame with LOTRO is basically the exact opposite of, I think, really the theme of the game, not even just like the Lord of the Rings, but the theme of LOTRO. I think it's a much better game if you pace yourself slow, and as it's said over and over, it's a game about the journey, so focus on the journey and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, so we don't just run in circles back and forth all too much, I'm going to wrap up the stream, so I hope you all did enjoy it. And all the content we did today, I of course did, and especially when we got to the instances, the discovery was a little bit less exciting, but we did get a few of those as well. If you all did enjoy, please consider liking and subscribing for more, or yeah, becoming a channel member to support the content, and thanks for joining, chatting, and watching, everyone.